I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there.
Baskets.
And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us.
Sure.
And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods, and when we need something else, we buy it or get it from the villagers. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us, when it's something serious.
How come you live here and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's just the way things turned out. And Ma and... Look, that's our affair, and we won't talk about it. Sorry.
Okay.
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Burgau rousted them out. But I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semin's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening.
Okay.
Apart from that, a band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
You said you'd shoot arrows at humans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trotsky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down. But that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin. Take care then.
Scorcher.
Kann ich denn so jetzt auch im Menü nachgucken? Lernen. Du hast ein neues Rezept erlernt. Retterschnaps. Willst du es dir im Rezeptpunkt... Ja. Okay, Wein, Kamille und Salbei. Wein, Bresselne... Bresselne. Wein, Brennnessel und Tollkirche. Oh, okay. Gib die Tollkirchen in den Kesseln, lass... Achso, lass sie für 2 Sanduhrdurchläufe kochen. Hm.
Good day to you.
Yeah. Greetings.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got
So,
away?
von der Schaumanswarum
You saw
nach 4
for
Fragen.
yourself.
Vogti, schlaf schön. Danke
They
für dein
didn't
Raid.
stand a
Mua.
chance.
Hab einen erfolgreichen
You're right,
Dienstag.
we shouldn't just leave it at that.
Bis
As soon as we
nächstes
get to
Mal.
Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood.
Vor allem, wenn du mal überlegst, das Spiel läuft auf der alten Cry-Engine, ne?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road,
Also von
there's
Crysis.
something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I
Ja,
saw
und deswegen
him.
läuft es auch halt
Believe
mega
me,
geil.
I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Ja, aber du kannst sehen halt noch, wie viel du
course,
rausholen
Henry.
kannst.
I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack.
Daher
with
hoffe ich
people.
auch noch unbedingt, dass wirklich
God knows what you saw.
CD Projekt von der Unreal Engine 5 weggeht
Yes.
und wieder was anderes
We'll
benutzt oder
surely
ihre
get him
eigene.
one day. I promise you. And your sword too. But I don't think either of them
Witcher
are
3
around
auf
here.
der alten
But I see
Engine
you
ist auch
haven't
mega.
wasted any time and
Naja,
found
ist ja
yourself
keine
a weapon
alte
to replace
Engine.
that sword.
Die haben ja CD
That's
Projekt
good.
damals extra dafür eine
You know
eigene
what you might
Engine
need it
produziert,
around
ne?
here.
Ihre
Come on, let's get going.
CD Red
Your mind will
Engine
turn
oder
to
wie die
better
heißt.
things along the way.
Und dann, glaube ich, für Cyberpunk noch weiterentwickelt oder wieder was komplett eigenes gemacht. Aber für den 4. Teil wollen die jetzt auf einmal auf Unreal Engine 5 umsteigen. Warum auch immer. Es Groschen auch noch. Oh, Mütterchen. Umarm ihr. Umarm sie. Umarm sie doch. Ja, die Red Engine ist trotzdem 10 Jahre alt. Ja, aber 10 Jahre ist nix. Wenn du jetzt mal überlegst, wie alt ist die Cry Engine? Deep Silver Presents. Weil wann kam Crysis raus? 2007, 8 oder so um den Dreh? Oder wenn du überlegst allgemein, wie alt die Unreal Engine ist. Warum brüllst du so? Ah ne, er hat nach seinem Hund gerufen, oder? Das neue Schlachthaus? Nice. Lead Scripter Martin Ziegler. Tech Ops Lead Jakub Polek. Who are you? The fuck, warum rennt ihr denn vor den Hund weg? Idioten. Köter war das magische Wort. CryEngine kam 2.2 raus. Ja, also so doppelt so alt. Ja, mag ich auch überhaupt nicht, dass der Köter heißt.
But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Scheint ziemlich ruhig zu sein dafür, dass es eine Burg
I
ist.
bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Leipa.
Ist natürlich doof. Wir können das jetzt alles gar nicht beweisen. Und es wird wahrscheinlich jetzt auch nicht geglaubt, ne? Oh, da kommt jemand. Guten Tag. What the fuck?
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't!
Warum würden die sowas machen?
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Big...
Okay, das ist jetzt der Plot. Ich gebe dem Plot die Schuld, ne? Die Story muss so erzählt werden. Aber warum zum Teufel nochmal glaubt man solche Geschichten nicht? Besonders wenn er doch sagt, dass wir angegriffen worden sind und er angeblich ja gestorben ist. Und wir wissen aber alles von Bescheid und können bestätigen und beweisen durch irgendwelche frischen Wunden oder was auch immer. Und besonders durch den Hauptmann, falls er dann wieder aufwacht, dass es alles bewiesen werden kann. Und solange kann man ja uns Offenheit genießen. Und wenn das alles nicht stimmt, dann kann man ja uns immer noch rausschmeißen oder in den Knast schicken oder was auch immer. Also das wirkt doch jetzt schon wieder alles komplett auf ein abgekatertes Spiel. Und wie ist das Spiel? Bisher gut. Also wir haben bisher noch nicht viel gemacht. Das ist ein Tutorial im Endeffekt. Aber es läuft gut. Es sieht gut aus. Und ja. Aber mehr kann ich leider noch nicht sagen. Ich kann jetzt auch kein frühes Fazit oder so bisher geben, weil das war echt mehr oder weniger jetzt durchgehend von einer Cutscene zu der nächsten Cutscene.
Gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
Wie er da wegrollt. Er muss sich jetzt nicht beweisen, dass er ein Bote ist. Weil es immer wieder Bettler gibt, die von Schlachten und Co. mitbekommen, da Sachen abziehen und so versuchen zu betrügen. Die beiden sehen ja auch aus wie Bettler. Ja, ja, das ist richtig. Aber wie gesagt, es ist doch noch die Rolle des Hauptmanns da. Und wie ich ja gesagt habe, wenn sich das ja alles dann nicht herausstellt, kann man so im Endeffekt oder die Bettler im Endeffekt immer noch bestrafen oder was auch immer machen. Aber wenn der Hauptmann aufwacht und er kann uns das alles bestätigen, was spricht denn im Endeffekt dagegen halt, ne?
Look, wait. Wait, one moment.
Also das klingt eigentlich alles gerade eher wie ein abgekatertes Spiel für mich. Dass der Typ wahrscheinlich sogar irgendwie mit den Banditen zu tun hat.
Was that?
So now what?
Waschen.
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Wozu einen Better verpflegen? Niemand weiß, wie lange der Hauptmann unansprechbar bleibt. Kann auch sein, dass er eine Woche im Bett bleibt und dann stirbt. Oh, du kannst ja die Bettler in der Zeit arbeiten lassen. Oder in Gefangenschaft halten oder was auch immer. Unter Gewahrsam.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Erst müssen wir uns waschen und umziehen. Ja, eins nach den anderen.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Du kannst auch an See gehen? An einem Bach gehen? Wo hat denn da auf einer jemand Deutsch gesprochen?
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work.
Ich glaube, ich sag auch gute Nacht. Ja.
We're gonna need every groschen we can get.
Ja, aber wenn
How
Gewahrsam
long will it take
ist
for
immer
you to
teuer,
earn
musst du ja auch
new
verpflegen.
groschen?
Siehst ja, was ein Gefängnis für Haien Geld kostet.
Where will
Gerade
we
in Deutschland, wo
find
das
decent tailor?
eher ein Hotel ist.
Before we get ourselves
True.
sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the
Aber
throne in
Max,
Prague.
schlaf gut.
So what
Voll was
do you
Schönes.
suggest?
Hab einen erfolgreichen Dienstag
Going
und
back
bis
to
nächstes
Rattay?
Mal, ne?
To Rattay? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh. They're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it...
Was hat das jetzt mit der Religion zu tun? Kannst du nicht sagen, sie waren gute Menschen?
The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
War damals so, ja, ich weiß, das ist so üblich. Das ist ja teilweise heute noch in gewissen Regionen so üblich, aber...
Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Da ist er! Die wir gerettet haben mit. Hey!
What's that woman from the pond? Or the one you gave us away for?
Fight bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Kann sie das?
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Wie er dann... Oh.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
I thought we divided up.
Dieser Grafikfehler, ich muss mich irgendwie darum kümmern.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
Girl.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you. Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Boah, die Alte geht mir auf den Sack. Aber warum hat sie das jetzt verleugnet? Das verstehe ich nicht.
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Das ist aber mehr Arbeit, als das wir bekommen haben.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do
Warum
it.
sagst du...
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallies.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life.
Warum
But I
fragst
know
du denn?
this place inside and out.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Is von Berghoff recruiting men at arms?
No, Von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. It don't occur to them they might not come back. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him.
Why?
You know what they say about Millers?
Nein.
I've heard things, all right.
Was sagt man so
Well
über
then,
Müllers?
Be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat house wench.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Semin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Semin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Müller reagieren allergisch auf Unfug. Ärgere einen Müller und du erlebst den nächsten Morgen nicht. Okay.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Semin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely
Sehr
he will
nachtragendes
be.
Volk.
Semin is his vassal.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
At art. Okay.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
So, wo ist der Schmied?
What? There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig
Ah.
that size on my own.
Wer bist du?
You're not the fella. God bless.
And she stamps and bites when she's upset. Easy does it. Deep breaths.
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
We're messengers from Ratai, here to deliver a letter to Lord von Berghoff, in the name of Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dworitz and Sir Hanish of Lipa.
Hear that, Crazel? A messenger, he says. Looks more like a scarecrow to me.
He's a lame liar, all right. But he knows how to spin a good yarn. You can't deny him that.
I'm not lying. We're messengers. But everything got out of hand somehow.
Jetzt decke dann den Rest.
Whether you're lying or not, no one will believe a word you say in them rags. What do they call you, lad?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm
The
swamped with
bastards.
work, let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner and less grueling.
Oi, I asked him first.
True.
Interesting offers. I'll have a think about it.
Don't leave it too fucking long, or it might be too late.
If you're after more than just brute force and fire, you'll find me in Lower Samin.
And me in Takov.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Bergo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schaumburg's his name.
Yeah, I saw him on the gate tower, when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard. On the other hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Samine.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samine?
Ich wollte gerade fragen, ob die Charaktere auch am Blinzeln sind und schon blinzelt er.
God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that, it's gonna be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is gonna be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
Could someone get to the wedding without an invitation?
Someone? You mean? Forget it, looking like that.
Well, I think it might be possible, using certain methods. Play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery?
All right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day, so you won't get in without an invitation.
Would it be possible to get to von Burgov, even though he keeps his distance from people?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful and important. So the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding. At least for us who are invited.
And everybody will want something from him. He'll be dancing for joy, I can tell you.
So, how can I get to the wedding?
The best thing would be to find a job that'll be needed there.
Aye. There's always lots of hands needed at a wedding. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
Bugger it. Cut the mysterious horse shit. You'll scare the lad. To cut a long story short, if you work for me, you'll get to the wedding.
And I can promise you the same. And on top of that, a glimpse of a hidden world.
Bugger it, Crazel. Give it a rest.
What's wrong? Good workers are hard to find. I have to offer them something special.
Und was ist das Spezielle?
So it's peaceful here. Is that all?
Aye. Except there's more trade right now because of the wedding.
But we'll be back to our old ways in a month from now. Thank God.
I've got to be going.
Okay.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask.
Yo.
Out with the truth. You ain't no messengers.
We really are. We didn't look like this when we left Ratai. We set up camp down by the pond. And in the evening, we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything. Even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Ja, der Müller scheint nicht ganz sauber zu sein, ja.
Nothing never happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
Farewell. Okay, dann,
Look out!
Yo.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed. And you took your time coming back to me. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir Alder, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fort, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. An invitation only, it seems. But getting to the wedding isn't as impossible as it might seem. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Burgov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved in a wedding like that. That's our chance.
Work. Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding?
Well, I thought we could both get jobs there.
I'm sure there are other options.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too. At least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Du hast gelernt Adel, du hast gelernt Feudalismus, du hast gelernt römische Kirche, 3 Stände der Menschen, Landwirtschaft.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
We don't have time for your spoilt brat manners now. Either we get to work, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Manners? I'll put manners on you. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night. And if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. So, you simply aren't going to work?
It's not appropriate.
Fuck.
Right. I'll get to work.
Das merke ich mir.
Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
Scheiß auf deine Belohnung.
Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
Wow. So, wo sind die? Was? Zu F. Toni, ich weiß, du willst es, aber ich würde dir dringend davon abraten, deinen Bildschirm zu haben. Was meinst du?
Oof, that isn't half heavy. Oh.
Great. Get them out of here.
Die Säcke sind draußen, müssen rein. Hauen. Den Bildschirm nicht hauen wegen dem feinen Prinzen. Okay.
An ale, as usual. Service is kind of slow today.
Cheers, my friends.
Ja, der Prinz, der wird das irgendwann noch zu spüren kommen. Der kriegt noch seine Rache. Das ist jetzt das 3. Mal, dass der Typ mich im Stich lässt. Das erste Mal war, als wir da vor den Bandiken geflohen sind und er einfach sein eigenes Ding gemacht hat und irgendwo hingerannt ist. Das zweite Mal ist, als wir von der Klippe gestürzt sind und er sich lieber erstmal Klamotten anzieht, anstatt sich um seinen Bodyguard bzw. seinen Beschützer und Freund zu kümmern und ihn wieder zum Leben zu bringen. Und die dritte Sache ist jetzt das hier. Ich werde mir das alles merken. Irgendwann würde ich mich rächen.
What did you say? Say it again. It was their own fault. What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say? Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Warum muss ich mich denn jetzt prügeln?
Hey, now you fucked up. Du verdammter Mistkerl.
Immer diese eine Deutsche dazwischen. Au. Ja, Block überhaupt nicht. What the fuck? Ja, ist gut.
You kick the bucket, you shit! Slice him up!
Can't stand up to us!
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else! Yeah! Don't spare him! You want to try me?
Nee. Ja, genau. Schlag wieder.
Show your stuff!
Get the fuck tray, you bastard! Let him have it!
Show what you're made of.
To the devil! That madman! Why you want to try me? Yeah! Don't spare
Fucking hell!
Vermin! I hope he doesn't go anyone else!
I'm all yours!
Yeah! Don't spare him!
This is unbelievable.
That won't work.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Yeah! Don't spare him!
I'll rep you!
What?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Oh, Idiot.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh. You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve.
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh, yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Und er lernt immer noch nicht raus.
You think you are?
I'm fed up with pulling you out of the shit all the time.
You pull me out of the shit! And who dragged you through the woods at night, eh? Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Man muss dem Spiel sagen, sie schaffen es echt gut, einen Charakter nicht zu mögen. Oh.
Lost for words, are you? All right. Have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Virgo!
Das mit der Musik.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Gott sei Dank.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Und erstmal wieder waschen. Das war jetzt im Endeffekt wieder eine ganze Stunde mit eigentlich überhaupt kein Gameplay, sondern einfach Cutscene. Okay, nice. Ruf und Verbrechen. Jede deiner Handlungen hat Konsequenzen. Wenn du Verbrechen begehst, werden die Welt und deine Mitmenschen darauf reagieren. Was ist ein Verbrechen? Alles, was ein ehrlicher Christ nicht tun würde, ist auch ein Verbrechen. Du darfst keine Unschuldigen töten, stehlen, in den Häusern anderer Menschen einbrechen, anderen schaden oder Haus- und Hoftiere verletzen. Und darfst niemanden friedliches Leben stören. Konsequenzen eines Verbrechens. Wenn jemand dich dabei erwischt, wie du ein Verbrechen begehst, meldet er dich den Wachen. Oder konfrontiert dich selbst. Du bist auch nicht in Sicherheit, nur weil man dich nicht auf frischer Tat ertappt hat. Andere Leute sind nicht dumm und können vielleicht schlussfolgern, dass du es warst. Informationen über deinen Ruf findest du auf den Spielerbogen P unter den Tab Ruf. Ruf. Dein Ruf bestimmt, wie Menschen dich behandeln. Mag dich jemand, wird er dich freundlich grüßen und Händler gewähren dir unter Umständen sogar einen Rabatt. Falls sie dich allerdings nicht mögen, reden sie vielleicht gar nicht erst mit dir. Du kannst deinen Ruf verbessern, indem du Aufgaben erledigst. Du verschlechterst ihn, indem du Verbrechen begehst. Und dich unaufrichtig verhältst. Die Leute tauschen sich über dein Verhalten aus. Wenn du also einer Person geholfen oder ihr geschadet hast, werden andere in der Gegend bald davon wissen. Du kannst deinen schlechten Ruf jederzeit verbessern, indem du dich von deinen Sünden freikaufst oder dich von deinem Pfarrer auf einer Pilgerreise zu einem Sündenkreuz schicken lässt. Unruhen, wenn sich die Verbrechen in deinem Gebiet häufen, werden deine Mitmenschen wachsamer und bewaffnen sich. Außerdem werden die Wachen verstärkt, sobald sich die Lage etwas beruhigt hat. Geht alles wieder seinen gewohnten Gang. Also keine Zeugen, kein Problem. Funktioniert nicht. Kein Schabernack hier, sei ein guter Ritter.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Henry?